I don't want to get up yet.
Hi folks, welcome to a day in the life on quarantine. You can tell by the hair, I obviously just woke up. This is my first day in the life video, so it might not be super exciting, but buckle your seatbelts, because you never know what's going to happen. Anyway, I'm going to make coffee because I'm extra tired today, and then we're going to do things. Yeah. So the last video that I made was all about the habits that I had implemented. I can't talk first thing in the morning. That I had implemented to work on my hunger and to manage my lack of eating, my diet, all that kind of stuff. I actually attempted to do another video a couple weeks ago, and I didn't have that shit. So anyway, so quarantine has been really interesting because what I talked about in my previous video was that I spent so much time in a sympathetic state. I think I get those backwards in my head. I spent so much time really, I guess uptight and energized and like energized in a almost like an anxious kind of way that I felt like it was actually becoming detrimental to me. So I had been implementing all these habits in order to basically fix my hunger, make it easier for me to eat, make it easier for me to gain some weight. The first thing is that, obviously I had issues with eating breakfast. First thing in the morning, I'm overly anxious, I'm ready to go to work or whatever, and it was hard for me. I always clean the coffee maker before I use it, so anyway. It was hard for me to be hungry first thing in the morning. You know what was funny is right in the middle of me just saying that just now, boom, first hunger thing of the day. So I will wake up first thing in the morning now, and I won't be hungry right at first. So I'll think, oh man, I don't know what I want to eat for breakfast because I'm really not that hungry and blah blah blah. And then usually within the first 20 minutes of waking up, I get my first stomach growl, hey, feed me. So that's the progress.
Drinking a little bit of tea while I'm waiting on the coffee, because get really dehydrated at night. So drink this first, and then drink coffee.
I've been mostly doing my meditation stuff on Mondays. I don't do it as much throughout the week. I try to pack as many things. The dog is messing with her bowl. I try to pack as much of my busy business work and stuff toward the beginning of the week as I can, so it does get a little bit more anxiety filled. So I find that if I can start off with a slower morning, it makes it easier for me to hit the ground running right whenever I start working. So I use the Calm app a little bit still, the one that I talked about in my previous video. That was not someone getting shot. We live near a blueberry field, so you shoot off guns to scare the birds away, if you heard that. So I've been using the past couple weeks some meditations from a business support group thing that I have joined, which is actually really, really awesome. If you don't follow Boss Babe, go follow Boss Babe. Anyway, and their meditations are okay. I don't think they're quite as good as the Calm app, but they don't claim to be experts in meditative stuff. I will say my only issue with meditation sequences is I don't mind talks about really ambiguous subjects. You're letting go of things that no longer serve you or whatever, or talking about breathing, or even getting into a slightly spiritual aspect. I don't mind those things, even though I don't necessarily think all of those things. I don't necessarily agree with them. I don't like whenever this is just a personal preference. I don't like when people who are speaking meditations get into scientific concepts and explain them through really weird things like vibrations and crystals and whatnot, because I'm just Anyway, this is personal preference, but I make it through it. Okay, so even though I'm hungrier more consistently, that doesn't mean my appetite necessarily has gone up as far as like how much I can eat at one sitting. So starting with one waffle and then going up from there. So I got waffle, and then actually I've got kiwi. So this cute little dome thing. Just as a nutrition hack for you, anything that you want to have eaten in your house should be easy to get to, should also be visible. So hence, clear bowl, clear dome top thingy. I've been doing this with fruit about every day if I can, because I'm trying to eat more fruit because it's just an easy way to get an extra carbohydrates. My husband wants to eat healthier too, so we've been doing this. We put all of the more processed foods away so they're harder to get to, and then we keep our fruit more visible, so we end up snacking on the fruit throughout the day, even if we don't get it all in one sitting. And then at the end of the day, if we don't eat it all, we just throw it away, we get another piece of fruit, do it the next day. So this has actually been working out really well, and we've definitely increased our fruit intake by doing this, so life hack.
So before quarantine started, one of the grandparents of one of my karate students saw my eating to gain weight video, and she actually got me some of these ginger chews because one of her other grandsons used to have the same problem that I had, where he didn't want to eat breakfast in the morning. And ginger is actually supposed to help with like upset stomach and help you with your appetite. I actually saw that sometimes pregnant women will use ginger to calm their stomachs first thing in the morning. So I did try one of these, and holy crap, Batman, they are very spicy, but it actually did make me pretty hungry. So I only got to use one before quarantine started, but I would highly recommend these if you're still struggling with appetite. So I am headed off to work now. One of the disadvantages, I don't know, I guess advantages of owning your own small business that has like a brick and mortar location that you rent is that you can still go to work on quarantine. So we don't have any students or clients coming up to our facility, but we're still going in to use the better internet because we live out in the country. And we are, basically our entire business is online right now. So luckily I have 6 years of experience with doing business online. I've been training clients online since 2014, and I've experimented with lots of different types of basically training people online. So it wasn't too difficult to transition our karate students over to. That was kind of the big jump, was that we had nothing online for any of our karate students at all. So it was funny because I had this idea like, hey, if everything goes south, we'll just switch our karate students over to Zoom. Well, then everybody else did it too, and I had never said anything, and I was like, whoa, that was weird. I guess we all had the same idea. So anyway, all of our karate students are over on Zoom, and my husband and I actually did a podcast, our Beyond the Dojo podcast, our karate podcast is on my other YouTube channel. It's Shotokan Karate and Human Performance, or if you look up Beyond the Dojo podcast on any podcast platform or YouTube, you'll find it. And we did an episode on what our plans were for going into quarantine for COVID-19, and we did follow up on that, and we're going to actually do an update episode pretty soon. But basically, our students are doing a couple different types of training. The first is that some students were allowed to sign up for coaching sessions if they wanted them, which meant that you have a max of like 3 people. We're on Zoom, we're able to see you, you can see us, we're watching you train, we're able to give corrections, that kind of stuff. The next one is that once a week we do a live stream. So students only have one shot to do a coaching session. Outside of that, they can watch the live stream, and everyone's video is off and everyone trains at the same time. But we also started recording the live stream for people who couldn't make it or who have bad internet connection, because once again, we live out in the country. So they're doing live streams too. And then the third thing that we're doing is we're filming supplementary videos. So anybody who can't do a full training class, they are getting short little snippets that they're able to work on their own pace. So that's how the karate stuff is going. And then with personal training, everybody was already partially online anyway. All of my in-person clients do have an at-home component to all of their training. So it was easy to just transition everybody over to say, okay, now all of your workouts are home workouts. And I've gotten some extra clients in this process also. So everyone switched over to online group coaching, and that has gone really well. And luckily I had that set up prior to all of COVID-19, so that made it much easier to get everybody on board, to know the pricing structure, like what was being offered. I'm doing coaching calls with everybody, so everyone's able to check in. We're able to keep people rolling on habits, nutrition, and make sure they're staying on track with their workouts. So that has been wonderful. And then in general, I guess, just working on other aspects of the business. So yeah, it is about 9:30, and I've got 30 minutes to do some client check-ins with my, well, all my clients are online right now, but with my my clients who have more specific programs and more specific habits they're working on. I do check-ins with them. First check-in is on Monday, so I'm gonna be going through some of those really quick, and then getting ready for my first coaching with actually my 4 and 5-year-olds.
Can we do 11?
Hold on, you gotta do another one. Underneath and then here. Now you can do 11. Okay.
What?
Good. All right, you ready? We gotta jump.
Oh.
Ready, set, go. Oh, you're going way faster than me this time.
Figured out how to do it.
I see that. All right, so back to work now. I'm kind of troubleshooting with one of my online clients, one of my more personalized clients. She has seen pretty good progress since we've started working together, but we've taken things kind of slowly. There are a lot of women that are not like morbidly obese, but they do have a little bit of extra weight, and sometimes they have hormonal things that they're dealing with, and all things compounded, and now throwing that person into a quarantine is a lot harder to see progress, but there's nothing wrong with having a stall in progress. So my job as a coach is to decide, okay, do I push this person even further to like still try to go toward that goal, or do we kind of back off a little bit and allow her body to ride this out until quarantine is over, and then hit that goal or hit the habits even harder. Sometimes it's one way, sometimes it's the other way, depends on the person, depends on how she's doing. Over the past 2 weeks, this client actually hasn't lost weight. She's actually, as far as the scale, gained a little bit, but you know, her measurements are decent. They're not like extremely high. She hasn't gained an obscene amount of weight by any means. She also got a chance to pull up a deadlift PR. That's really awesome. So it's like how my job as a coach is to balance out, do I push her because her goal is weight loss and focus more on the nutrition, or do I let this ride out because she's obviously fueled for better workouts? Probably gonna ride this one out for now, I think, but this is kind of the stuff that if you're not an online trainer and this is the kind of stuff that you want to do and you're actually wanting to coach habits, this is how it works, is you actually have to weigh all the factors, all of the environment that the person is in, get behind their psychology, get a clear understanding of where they are at mentally, and ride that wave even if it's not exactly in line with where you think they should be headed. Okay, so today went from 0 to 100 real quick. I had a whole bunch of karate videos to edit, and that took way longer than expected. So I'm not probably going to be able to do a strength workout today because I don't really want to do it at home. I actually want to just do it here. So I was going to share a couple things that I've been doing since we've been on quarantine. I've actually started some projects and gotten some things done and whatever. So because my yoga class is not able to meet in person, I have been live streaming it over Zoom. So all of my regular students, plus a bunch of students who've never been in my class, have been able to participate live over Zoom. So if you're interested in that, make sure you send me an email or something because I can put you on the list. And they've been very generous with me. They've actually been donating money for the classes, even though no one's required to. But then I also started recording the class, uploading that to YouTube, and then I recently started doing IG Live as well. So if you're on Instagram, you will see me doing yoga things live. So I've been doing that. What else have I done? I did work on my website, which I'm going to be finishing up hopefully today. We've been working on our podcast. I started a new podcast. I had been deliberating on this for a while to start a fitness-related podcast, and it's called Lifting with Lauren. So if you're on my YouTube channel, which you should be if you're watching this, then you go down to my thing there, and you'll be able to see Lifting with Lauren. It's actually live on Instagram every, usually Tuesday, Thursday morning. But I've also been recording the audio separately. So if you want to just listen, you can go over on any podcast platform. So more podcasts. But I've been doing that kind of stuff. And gosh, what else have I been doing? I don't know. Been getting projects done around the dojo and all this kind of stuff. But anyway, yoga starts in like literally 6 minutes. So gotta get off here. Move it in. Back leg's gonna be the funky ones. Remember, we're trying to lean back, pick that leg up, and straighten it out nice and strong before, hip cramp. Before your hip cramps and before you put it on the ground. Okay, hip cramp real good. All right, so we're gonna take our same side arm as our extended leg and stretch it over. Once again, remember we're stretching sideways, not forward. Someone's knocking at my door. They're gonna have to wait. So we're gonna inhale and stretch between both thighs, so stretching it forward. Scarfing down lunge number 1 real quick, because I definitely need more than this. This is actually a pork loin with apples and onions, which is really, really good, and some sweet potato, and I got me a plum. Okay, so a normal Monday went into local and karate politics and all kinds of fun stuff that I gotta deal with today. So I'll be filming some more stuff in a little bit, maybe. But I'm gonna try to work on my website because I need to put it up today, and I have a million things now that I have to take care of. So, yep, quarantine. Woohoo! About to eat a brownie and some ice cream and some milk. I'm a little stressed right now. I may or may not be stress eating. Finally getting a chance to work on my website. Old clunky website. Ugh. And new website. Ka-chow! Making some of these. Never made these before. Have these little sirloins that you cook, and it's got cheese and onions, and it comes with the rolls actually, which is kind of funky. So today was completely hectic and did not turn out the way that I thought today was going to turn out at all for this video, because every Monday has pretty much been the same until today. All the crap hit the fan and I had a lot of fires to put out, and that's what I've spent the past like 6 or 7 hours doing, and they're not related to a business, they're just other stuff I'm involved in, so that's been really interesting. But anyway, I got those under control. I was able to finish up my website, I was able to publish it. I'm super excited about that. Just got off the phone with our karate instructor. We usually talk to him on Monday nights. Sent in my video, because he always checks on our videos, and usually it's like, hey, slow this down, fix this timing issue, whatever, karate related stuff. And today, for like the first time ever, he said, hey, you should speed that up and see if your timing is still good. Really excited. So anyway, I'm gonna eat this food as soon as it's done. And yeah, thanks for watching.